Small businesses will be competing next month for some big prizes to help them grow.
A popular local park is undergoing some major renovations, and municipal salaries from the state's largest cities are examined.
Some wetter and cooler weather headed to East Alabama in the next day or so. We'll have the complete forecast coming up.
Coming up in sports, we'll talk some Jax State volleyball and some Oxford football. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
Small businesses have one more day to sign up for the Pitch program from the Calhoun County Chamber and Visitor Center. The contest will provide cash prizes to 3 small businesses with a profit of $250,000. That money can be used by the owners to build and grow their businesses. Applications must be received by Friday for the business to compete for one of 6 finalist positions. Those finalists will compete live on October 1st by making their pitch to the judging panel and the crowd. Chamber members may register for free, and non-members will be charged $50 to compete. For more information, go to calhounchamber.com.
Police dogs sometimes need protection from the bad guys, and K9 Officer Max now has his own body armor. The bullet and staff protective vest came from the nonprofit organization Vested Interest in K9, and it's embroidered with the words in memory of Judy Barney. Vested Interest in Canines was started back in 2009 with the mission of providing vests and other assistance to dogs of law enforcement and retired agencies through the United States. The potentially life-saving vests are custom fitted and cost about $1,800 each. So far, the group has given more than 5,700 vests to canines in all 50 states with a value of $6.9 million, all made possible by both private and corporate donations. Each vest weighs an average of 4 to 5 pounds and comes with a 5-year warranty. Cleburne County Sheriff John Daniel thanked the group for that vest and said that K9 Officer Max, along with his handler, Deputy Caleb Hill, have been a great asset for his department.
When we return, a local park is closed for some major renovations.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Getting my car serviced is easier than ever with Buster Miles Automotive Group in Cleburne and Calhoun County. They pick up my car, service it, and deliver it back. Convenient, efficient, and top quality. Schedule your service today and see why Buster Miles Automotive Group is the smart choice.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
J.R. Stripland Park in Hobson City is currently closed to the public while upgrades are being made to the popular recreation area. Mayor Alberta McCrory says the project is a joint effort with the University of Alabama's Equitable Neighborhoods Initiative program.
What they were doing was creating healing zones or healing stations in communities that we were all impacted by COVID, but they wanted to go to some of the areas that have been overlooked and underserved for so long and give them something to hope for, a place to go where they could, really go and just kind of relax and meditate and reflect on things. And so we were part of that. So that's what you see going on in the park now.
McCrory says the city will be getting about $50,000 worth of improvements to the park, with much of the help coming from donations of new equipment and amenities. She says the planned upgrades will make a big difference for people who use the park on a regular basis.
We're getting some new benches We're getting some new tables, and the tables and benches will have $18.99 representing the year that Hobson City was founded and so forth. And then there's an area that they're going to have that will is for children with autism. They wanted that piece in there, and then a walking trail. So we had a walking trail, and I'm hoping that at some point we can get it a little bit more defined. I mean, it's defined, but permanent trail. And so we're working on that.
When we come back, population size doesn't always matter when it comes to mayors' salaries.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Gadsden is the smallest city in Alabama to pay its mayor more than $100,000 a year, according to a survey posted this morning by AL.com. Mayor Craig Ford, now in his third year in office, is paid more than $126,000 according to that report. That's a bigger salary than the cities of Birmingham, Mobile, or Montgomery pay their mayors. Gadsden ranked number 4 in the list of cities with populations of over 30,000 people. The 3 largest salaries are paid to the mayors of Tuscaloosa, that's $164,809, Huntsville, $152,750, and Florence, $126,894.
Another beautiful day today, Mike.
It is, but tomorrow, let's face it right now, Friday is always the day during football season, and Friday night in particular.
It certainly is. A lot of people are really counting on some great weather for Friday night football. John Holder joins us now in the EAN Weather Center to tell us if those people are going to get what they want. John?
Mike and Katie, we've got some rain coming up tomorrow across East Alabama, but we think that will be out of here for Friday night football. We'll have the complete detailed forecast next.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
All in all, not a bad day whatsoever today across East Alabama. Mix of clouds and sunshine, 85 for the high today. Really very nice, 68 for the low this morning. These temperatures about where we should be for early September in Alabama. Record high temperature 100, the record low 51. The sun setting now already at 7:03, and the sun rising tomorrow not until 6:21. Here's weather on your street for your Thursday night. Moana Drive and the heart of the Alexandria Valley. Late tonight, we could have some light showers out there. This will be very late tonight, probably while you're sleeping. 67 for the low tonight. During the day tomorrow, you're going to have a little bit of fall fever. I will tell you that because it's going to be very much cooler. We're talking only mid-70s tomorrow, about 12 degrees below the average. We'll have a few light rain showers moving through tomorrow as well. So Foxley Road out at McClellan, it's a beautiful area, and it's going to be a little rainfall out there, a little bit of cloud cover and cooler temperatures. All in all, a refreshing day to kind of break the heat that we've had for the last several months. As we move into the weekend, things are going to change and change for the better. Really a good weekend coming up. Ross Street, downtown Heflin, a lot of great places over there in downtown Heflin to go visit on the weekend. Sunshine returns on both Saturday and Sunday. If you want to go have some lunch over there, check out some of the stores stores. It'll be fantastic on Ross Street in downtown Heflin. Temperatures returning back to the 80s, sunshine back in full force, and nighttime lows will be very comfortable as well. Here's those nighttime lows for the next few days. I think you're going to like this. We're looking at 67 tomorrow morning, then dropping to 61 on Saturday. Look at these 50s coming into the forecast. The cool morning Sunday morning at 55. 60% chance of rain tomorrow. If we don't have any rain tomorrow, if you don't get any in your backyard, then you're going to be high and dry for a long time. This is the best chance of rain we've had in quite some time, and the best chance that we'll have for a while. As you can see, the weekend will be dry as we begin the work and school week next week. Again, dry weather, temperatures heading back into the 80s, some mid 80s coming. Nighttime lows remaining on the pleasant side though. Mid to upper 50s, some low 60s in there. So basically we're in that time of year where it's dry. We have bright, sunshiny, warm days, and we have very cool and comfortable nights and mornings. I don't think anyone's going to complain about the weather, except for the fact that we do need some rainfall across East Alabama. Let's look at these temperatures coming up tomorrow all across the state of Alabama, and you can see, here's the deal. We've got a wave of low pressure down here in the Gulf of Mexico. That is going to throw rain up in this direction, but not much. The further south you go, the better chance of seeing rain. Rain chances from central Alabama southward, about 100% tomorrow. We're going to see 1 to 2 inches of rainfall possible from about Montgomery southward. As you head north, those rainfall amounts will taper off. The chances for rain tapering off. Up here in Huntsville in the Tennessee Valley, probably nothing tomorrow. Here in East Alabama, look at these temperatures in the 70s tomorrow, and again, about a 60 to 70% chance of seeing some rain. I'll be back here tomorrow morning, bright and early at 6 a.m. with your Friday Day at a Glance. We'll break it down for you, and then I'll be back here tomorrow night for EAN Local News as we will detail that really good-looking weekend forecast coming up across East Alabama. Now we're going to talk some volleyball, some Jacksonville State volleyball in sports with Jordan Smith. Jordan?
Thanks, John. The Jacksonville State Gamecocks are back on court tomorrow. Last week, the Gamecocks hosted the Gamecock Classic, where they swept all their opponents. Last weekend, Ellie Garrett led the Gamecocks on the court for the weekend with 130 assists, 22 digs, 8 kills, 3 blocks, and 2 aces, earning her this week's Conference USA Setter of the Week. This week, Garrett and Jax State head to Corpus Christi to take part in the Islanders Classic hosted by Texas A&M. The Gamecocks are set to begin tomorrow against Texas Southern, followed by Texas A&M. Then on Saturday, the Jax State Gamecocks will face former ASUN opponent, North Florida. When you schedule non-region games in high school football, the main key factor that coaches look for is how they prepare your team for the playoffs. For Coach Sam Adams and his Oxford Yellow Jackets, he did just that with his first 2 games this season. Oxford had 2 very tough opponents in the first 2 games. The Yellow Jackets defeated Central Carrollton of Georgia in week 0, 56-46 in late comeback, and defeated Moody in Class 5A last week by a score of 24-21. Coach Adams says that the past 2 games felt more like a 6A playoff game.
Well, I think both of the previous games did exactly what we wanted them to do for the mindset of our team and the experience that we got out of it. Because really both those opponents were super quality opponents, and with you combine the level of play with the atmosphere we played in 2 times, and really they were like 6A playoff games. And going into region play now, obviously the stakes are a little bit higher, and those 2 wins don't really earn us anything in the big picture. But I think the experience that we got out of them is exactly what we wanted.
The 5th-ranked Yellow Jackets now look to the path of the Class 6A playoffs, and the way to get there is through region play. Class 6A Region 6 has some familiar and unfamiliar teams to the Yellow Jackets this season. One team Oxford knows very well is their opponent this week, Shades Valley. Coach Adams says they have a lot of potential.
Well, they got a lot of good size. We will not be the biggest team on the field, which that's kind of the week in, week out thing for us against most everybody. There's going to be very few teams that, we look across and we're just straight bigger than. But they also have a number of guys that can really run. They got a head coach that's won a state championship before. So when you start kind of piecing all those things together, I mean, they could definitely do some things that can give you a hard time, you know. But we're going back over there for the second year in a row, which is kind of a unique thing. But with us redrawing the regions from last year to this year, that's just the way that it worked out. And last year, this game got pretty heated, you know, and it was tight for a large amount of the first half. And then we were able to score back on actually 3 consecutive plays late in the second quarter to kind of put some distance between us and them. But outside of that little rush and you know, wave of points, it was really, you know, kind of an evenly matched game, you know.
The Yellow Jackets will travel tomorrow night to Shades Valley for their first Class 6A Region 6 matchup. That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's head back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for that update, Jordan, and thank you for watching today. You can find us every weeknight on Facebook and YouTube, our website, and now on Rumble.
Go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. We'll see you back here Friday for your news on your schedule.